Hey, good morning everybody. This is Steve, and welcome to the Little Woodshop Sunday evening blog, although it's Tuesday afternoon. I do have to apologize for the lateness of the video and the article, only because of the holiday weekend. We were right out straight for the bulk of the month, and I needed to get caught up on some much needed rest, resituate myself, and figure out what we were going to be doing, okay? Well, it's after Christmas, obviously. We're coming up on the new year, and most everybody right now, from providing for their families and their children, well, not to be too blunt, but everybody right now is probably broke. So I decided to step outside the box. I do have some packages that I'm working on programming and putting together over the next few weeks. You guys and you ladies and gentlemen know that I will obviously share this stuff with you once I get all the details ironed out. Well, I decided to take, really for the month of January, and I wanted to focus on the business of CNC. What's involved, what we do, and for those of you who don't know me, I am a CNC engraver and fabricator of fine wood items, okay? We'll get a little bit more into detail into that in a few minutes, but, excuse me. Oh yeah, don't let me forget to introduce, this is my desktop model Pussycat Boo. This is the Pillsbury Boo Boy right here. Yeah, he's a big old fat boy, but yeah, you're my buddy. He's a desktop model, so you may see more of him here in the upcoming weeks. Well, CNC, for me, made sense, okay, because I have prior backgrounds in it. I have an IT background as well as computer programming background. My CNC background was derived years ago in a sheet metal setting, and I did not want to go back into doing anything with metal fabrication. I didn't want anything to do with it. However, I love the technology and the ability of what the equipment can do. Don't be a pain. All right? And so I chose engraving and fabrication of wood. Well, to give you guys a better idea of what you can do with CNC, let me find it first. Okay, I know it's here. I've got it, I promise. Oh my goodness, I guess I can. Okay, well, CNC, in my opinion, has one of the largest diversities of applications from building, whether it's industrial, structural, residential, or commercial, automotive, aerospace, aircraft, shipbuilding, automotive, and automotive can be, cars, trucks, motorcycles, ATVs, snowmobiles, recreational vehicles. There is such a wide usage for it, okay? The blog, like I said, goes in a little bit greater detail, breaks things down. I'm just going to try to give you a quick overview, all right? I'm going to share with you over the course of the next few weeks my trials and tribulations, my stumbles, my falling flat on my face, and some days wanting to even throw my hands up in the air, but I'm glad I haven't, and I've stuck it out as long as I have. I've learned from a lot of good individuals. I've shared a lot of good information, I hope, with everybody, and the one thing I can promise you is I will continue this to come, okay? Now, the business of CNC, I'm gonna read you a little excerpt here from the blog. Okay, your business will come down to what you choose to fabricate, period. CNC has many applications in multiple career fields. We just touched base on that. I can only speak personally for mine and mine alone. I don't ship build, I don't do any automotive, I do no metal fabrication whatsoever, okay? My decision to get into this particular career field with CNC came down to my location, my experience, and like I said, my prior background. I love woodworking, I love building, Like I said, it came together and it just made sense for me. Now, I write that you may choose to fabricate parts in the automotive field, for instance, or something completely together different. Okay, now this is where it starts to come together. Do your research before you dive in. Today's day and age is not how it was building a business 20 years ago, okay? There's a lot of things to consider, and the investment in time and money is extensive. You don't want to wrap up a pile of cash and then come to find out it doesn't work and you're back to square one, and that square one is a job. I want to see people, if you're interested in this field, I want to see you have a career. I don't work anymore, I have a career. I love what I do, you know. I was actually writing the blog up until about 1 a.m. this morning. I'm up at 5:30 to finish it because I can't wait to do what I do. Alright? Now, is what you're designing and fabricating going to sell in your area? We'll get to what I do in just a second. Do you have the space necessary for the equipment? Okay? Are you going to need electrical upgrades to run that particular piece of equipment or multiple pieces of equipment in the first place? Will your product have to be shipped out? Today's shipping prices are through the ceiling half of the time, and I just read this morning where the smaller items that I send out through USPS, their darn rates are going up again. I thought that when the gas prices came down that would change, but obviously not. How many other people are making it, and can you compete against them? Now there is a big one right there, okay? And I'm going to basically answer against these in a few minutes, okay? Do you have something that nobody else does? If you do, hey, I am so happy for you, because I have been looking at other people's designs, not so much to copy them, but to see if it can spruce an idea in my head through brainstorming. You know, I've narrowed my market down to 3 key things, but we'll also get to that in a moment. If you have invented the next latest and greatest anything, should I get a patent? Should you go to the patent office and apply for a patent for this? Okay? That I don't know, because I haven't come up with that item yet myself. How are you going to market it? Okay, these are just a few of the basic questions. Alright? Now, more importantly, or just as important, okay, is going to be your niche. It is, in my opinion, it is one of the most important things that you are going to physically have to overcome. Okay? Your niche that you choose, and what you choose to make, what you choose to fabricate, what you choose to engrave, is going to set you apart from the competition. If you love and you truly enjoy what you do, it is going to show in the quality of your work, and you are going to stand out against your competition. That is a fact, okay? If you're only looking for a paycheck, then the one thing I will advise to you right now is just go get a job and save your money, because even a small, mediocre shop, now, if you're doing this at a hobbyist level, that's a completely different story. You can get out of a small little desktop, CNC machine that runs off a laptop that you may already own, and you can tinker and do little things, and that's great. I'm talking more about the business aspect of this career field. You're going to tie up anywhere from 10,000 and up, 10,000 to 100,000. Okay? Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Okay? That I can't stress enough. Alright? Alrighty. Now, I also state here that personally, where I live, I'm in a region where there's a lot of timber, There's a lot of personally owned sawmills, and the materials are plentiful. I can buy hardwood for pennies on the dollar up here compared to what you see at some of the bigger retail outlets and retail home improvement centers and even lumber yards. I buy all my stock. I've told you before, I buy it rough cut. I plane it down myself and stockpile it when I can buy it in bulk. Very reasonable, okay? My shop centers its living and its livelihood, my living and my livelihood, around three particular niche fields, okay? One is custom log fabricated furniture. Now I know you're saying, well Steve, there's fabricated log furniture all over the place. Yes there is, but how much of that log furniture do you see out there that's engraved? Okay? That's where I kind of went off a few months back on CNC engraved slab headboards and footboards, okay? That's one of my little niche fields. Now, I don't have a problem telling you guys about this stuff because for the most part it's pickup only or delivery within so many miles of my shop. But it is one of my three niche markets, okay? The other one is because I live up around a lake region with a lot of camps and cottages, we do specialize, and then a lot of other engravers do it too, and fabricators, are small CNC engraved and fabricated camp signs. You know, welcome to our cottage, the Smiths, the Jones, welcome to the lake house, welcome to our cabin, welcome to our camp. Ovals, squares, different shapes with different designs on them. Okay, that's my second niche market. And then finally, my third one is I have the utmost privilege and honor to mill for our members of our United States military. I do a lot of work, or as much as whenever I possibly can, for the United States military and our veterans. I'm honored to do this work. I love doing it. All right? Those are the three things that I key in on and sell out of my shop. But we do commission other pieces for, whoever, whatever, All right. Now, building your business. Like I said, I'm going to kind of stick to the script because I want to try to keep this as reasonable as I can. Okay. As stated earlier, I can only speak for what I've done and the decisions that I have personally made. Now, I put my shop together based around a building that I already had on property. I didn't alter the exterior, I didn't enlarge the building, I didn't want to increase my square footage and increase my tax bill associated with my property tax because starting out I didn't know what was going to happen, and right out of the gate I didn't want to double the size of my shop and add more monetary in tax dollars to my life. So I worked with what I had. My shop is 14 by 22. I think I'm roughly 309 or 312 square feet. I designed my shop around that building. Okay, I could not put in a full-size machine. You'll see it in the introduction to this video. Okay, I have a small shop. Now, fortunately, my building already had electricity in it. It had a 60 amp service, so I was also limited as to the size of the piece of equipment that was going in. Okay? I was fortunate to even have that. I know some guys out there and some individuals looking to get in this career field, they don't even have a garage. So now you have to ensue the cost of a structure. You're going to need to pour a pad, and you're going to need to build something or buy something fabricated that you put together yourself or hire a contractor. If you've got to do all that, well, now you've got to get power to it, and you're going to incorporate the cost of a licensed electrician. Okay? All of this needs to come into play. Look at your budget, draw something up, and start getting quotes and estimates and numbers to find out exactly what the big picture is going to cost you. The machine is only one phase of all of this, okay? Let's see here. Yeah, I've only got 60 amps. It was adequate for what I needed, okay? Now, because I have a woodworking passion, and I did carpentry over the years. I already had the bulk of all my power tools, my cordless drills. I've already got all that. I didn't have a big out-of-pocket expense associated with that end of my shop. Like I said, I already own the bulk of this stuff. Table saws, sawzall, skill saw, multiple cordless drills, sanders, air compressor for sanding, whether it would be pneumatic or, I own a couple palm sanders that are electrical plug in the wall. I had all that. That in and of itself can tie up, depending on what you buy, it can be another $2,000 to $2,000 and up. Okay, well, I already had that. Heating is another concern if you're going to go into business for yourself. We wrote a blog many months back on the fact that I supplement my heat source with the scrap materials and the cut off wood. Now, I had a lot of people kind of give me a little hell for that because, well, Steve, you got particulate dust, and aren't you worried about that catching fire and burning the shop down? No, because I don't run a heating appliance overnight that burns wood or has an open flame. Now, I have a through-wall propane heater that doesn't require any electricity, and it is fully enclosed, and it's a through-vented propane LP gas heater that basically takes over the heating of the shop after hours, so I don't have to worry about this wood stove. I only use it during the day. It helps to save me money on the cost of the heating fuel itself, which is LP gas. Okay. The other thing that I did was a lot of research, and that's the biggest one. Research, read, study, research. The more you know, and the deeper you look, the less problems you're going to have down the road. Now, in my case, I looked at my surrounding area for other shops that had equipment like mine. Now, there is a gentleman who's got a much larger shop than mine. All he does is kitchen cabinets. I had no interest in fabricating kitchens at all. We have spoken, we've corresponded, and whenever possible somebody calls inquiring, I send them to this gentleman, and somebody looking for a big wooden sign, vice versa. We complement one another, okay? Now, in my particular town where I live up here, there's a very wonderful lady. She owns a signpost, and you're thinking, well, why in the goodness, Steve, would you put a sign shop in a town that already has one? Aha. Well, what Donna of the signpost here in Groveton, what she has is she specializes in vinyl graphic. Okay, she does not do any wood or any wood engraving whatsoever. She does glass etching and vinyl signage work. So we are not a competition for one another. We complement each other. Somebody shows up here looking for something like that, well, I send it to her shop, and somebody shows up at her shop, I'm looking for a beautiful wood sign, they get sent here. We throw each other work whenever possible. That is something I cannot stress enough for you, okay? Let's see. And next week, we're going to get into the marketing aspect of this. Now, it is big. It may last more than just next Sunday. I am going to tell you how I started marketing my business, some of the places I went, some of the things that I did. Like I said, I've had a lot of crash and burns with this business of mine, but I'm now on the right track. I spent the first 2 years digging and scraping to stay afloat. Well, I'm not going to get into any detail right now because I don't want to blow the surprise for next Sunday, but I've ironed a lot of things out. We're now in a much better position than we were 18 to 24 months ago, and I hope that with what I share with you next week, it's going to help you to have a better understanding of what you can do to promote yourself, build your business, brand that business as well as your name. Because the first and foremost of anything that I've learned thus far in my career working for myself in this particular niche field with my niche products is you've got to build the trust of the audience in which you're looking. Because bottom line is you're in business to make money. You're looking to put your hands in somebody's wallet, and the only way you're going to do that is if they trust you. Okay? So we're going to teach you some of the things next week on how to market yourself and how to build a trustworthy reputation. That to me is one of the single most important things, okay? I want to thank you for tuning in this week. Don't mind me, I still have a little jet lag from the holiday, but I promise you this coming Sunday I'll be a little more conscious for you, okay? Who knows, Boo Kitty might even be in here with me, but you guys, enjoy your week, be safe. I know New Year's is coming up. We'll probably have another couple videos during the week, but everybody chin up. 2017, hopefully be a little better, and everybody can start making a little bit more money. All right. Well, from all of us here at the Little Wood Shop, that'd be me and Boo Weedles here. You guys take care, and we'll talk to you next week. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Bye bye.